Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Miss Brown's Beauty, and hopefully everyone is alright. I just wanted to pay my respects to a family out in the Bronx, okay? The family of the 19-year-old young black man who was murdered by plainclothes officers, okay? They murdered him. They ran him down to his apartment and murdered him in his apartment in front of his family. I thought it was a very cold-hearted act, and I just wanted to pay my respects. And hopefully this young man's spirit can rest in peace. Very tragic, very cold-hearted. All over. Racial profiling. And a bag of weed. It cost this young man his life. Now, these officers who murdered this young man, they've been placed on administrative duty. But this is something that's always occurring in the urban community anyway. So it's not like I can be shocked that these officers are still getting a paycheck or, they're on administrative, you're doing administrative duties while an investigation goes on. I think it's very effed up, and I think it's sad. A bag of weed cost this young man his life. And let's talk about how it all went down. It's just like really messed up. Young man came out of a bodega that was being checked out by the narcotics unit, I guess. They was in the area checking out the bodega. Young man goes in, comes out with his friend, whatever. And they're checking him out. The plainclothes officers are checking him out. They say because they thought he had a gun. They thought they seen a gun. So they claim. What made them think they saw a gun is this young man adjusting his waist. Now, if he's adjusting his waist pants or whatever, maybe he's adjusting his belt. Maybe, whatever, to that conclusion. Now, this young man was racially profiled because if this was white man or any other thing, and I hate to and I'm not going to say I hate to do anything because, let's face it, there's a big difference with the color of your skin or whatever in certain instances, okay? Now, if this would have been any other than a black man and they were caught coming out of a store, okay, and they're adjusting their waist, it wouldn't have been a big deal. Now, he's adjusting his pants or his belt or whatever, and immediately he has a gun, so the officers think, and so now he becomes the target. I thought it was ridiculous when I read it. Now, this is something that the cops are stating. Of course, they're going to come out with their fabulous lies to justify their actions and gun him down and taking away another life, another black life. That young man became the target. They followed this young man. They chased him down. These are plainclothes officers, okay? Not in uniform. So, this young man, who's to say this young man didn't think that someone was trying to rob him or whatever? He runs. He runs home to safety. I don't know, it states that the cops said that they told him to stop or whatever, but you know what? I don't believe that. They chased him down to his residence, kicked down his door, shot and killed him in front of his mother and his grandmother. He had a 6-year-old brother in the house. His grandmother was right behind him when the cops shot him in his house and killed him. How disgusting. Now my heart and my sympathies go out to this family who's dealing with this tragedy. The young man was unarmed. The only thing on him, a bag of weed. Is a bag of weed worth gunning someone down in cold blood? Is it worth their life? Very sad, very disturbing, but a natural occurrence. Something that is constantly, consistently happening in an urban community. Will these police officers try for taking another black life, an unarmed man, young man? More than likely, no. Do they ever? It's open range in an urban community when it comes to police officers and how they are trained to deal with the urban community. Every black man in the urban community is not a thug or a gangster. But because of the media outlets that like to promote this image in everyone's minds, that's all anyone sees. There are many men, old and young, in the urban community who are hard-working fathers and husbands who are getting shot left and right and murdered by police officers. My respects to the family again, and may you rest in peace.